Hay growers take great pride in growing and harvesting top-quality forage. But all too often, much of that forage quality is lost due to poor baling technique and poor storage choices. These losses can add up to millions of dollars in lost forage.
At baling, we'll typically see losses at the pickup and the bale chamber, and these losses are mainly leaves. Because the leaves have the greatest feed value, the economic impact of these losses is greater than simply yield loss. The leaves help form the thatch on the outside of the bale, and that thatch helps to shed water. So when we lose leaves at baling, it can have an impact on storage losses many months after the bales have been made. Now once we put the bales into storage, they're going to be exposed to rain and snow, and the bales will be re-wet. And when we re-wet the bales, we're going to have losses from leaching and from biological activity of microorganisms. And every time we have a rain event, these losses can reoccur. Now typically these losses are mainly going to be on the outside rind of the bale, and especially on the bottom of the bale that can be quite wet. So everything we can do to help the bale shed water and move the water away from the bales, we're going to have lower storage losses.
Preventing losses starts well before it's time to bale hay.
The key to making good round bales, and those are the bales that are going to stand up and stay round in outdoor storage, is making sure that your baler's set up properly to the factory specs. The most important technique related to driving is to pack the side sheets of your baler. The more you get hay to the outside edges of your baler, the more drag the baler is going to create and make a tighter, denser bale. The windrow is very important in making a good round bale, probably one of the most important aspects of baling. The windrow should either be half the width of your bale chamber or full width. There's no other choices. So if you got a 5-foot wide baler, we really like you to have about a 2.5-foot wide windrow, and then you can weave back and forth to build your bale. If it's a full width windrow, 5-foot wide, it's got to be pretty flat across the top and square shouldered and should just match the width of your baler.
The proper number of wraps is vital to maintaining top bale quality. It is crucial that baler operators match the number of wraps to the crop being baled.
For grass hays, they're not very springy, they pack very tight, or alfalfa, and you can usually get by with 2 wraps of net on those bales. A springier crop like straws, your baling straw, we really recommend at least 3 wraps, and then in corn stalks or stover, crops that are very coarse, you may want to go to 4 or 5 wraps.
It goes without saying that the quality of the netting used by hay growers is an important aspect to maintaining bale integrity. Growers should look at the strength of the net and its ability to stay strong under the damaging rays of the sun.
You want net that's going to cover at least edge to edge of the bale, or cover edge where it goes over the edge of the bale, just for better weather protection. Tama is the world's largest supplier of crop packaging products. They make everything from baler twine to round module wrap for the cotton pickers, net wrap, and now of course bee wrap for the round balers. And in Embraco, we are the distributor of those products in the U.S. At Embraco, of course, we retail our net and twine through the John Deere dealers. Over the years, Tama has really introduced a lot of innovations in the net wrap business. Years ago, it was just from regular net that was just stuck on a round bale to edge technology that actually made the net go to the edge of a bale. Then cover edge net came along. There's the Tamatech process that allows us to put more feed on a roll and keep the diameter the same so that it'll work in current balers out there. And along with some of the simple innovations, you know, like the zebra striping, so you can tell the right hand from left hand. The handles on the bag or on the roll of net to pick it up and carry it, make it easier for the customer to pick up. And then of course now the newest innovation is bee wrap.
Once the operator has made the perfect bale, bale must be stored properly to preserve the maximum forage quality. Ideally, that means indoor storage, but that's not always available.
We want to choose a storage site that is not shaded by trees or buildings, and we want to have good air circulation. It's the sunlight and the air that helps the bales dry out after a rain event. We also want to choose a site that's well drained and has a good slope so that water will drain away from the bales. When you line up bales, you want to put them in a line that runs north to south, because when you do that, the bales will be able to be exposed to the sun and will dry on both the east and the west side. Our research has shown that bales wrapped with twine have the worst water shedding ability, and that water shedding ability improves as we go to net wrap and to breathable film. Breathable film bales shed water very well, and because of that, we must really make sure the water moves away from that bale. Some producers choose to wrap dry hay in a thin layer of stretch plastic films, and they do this to keep precipitation off the bales, and it does an excellent job at that. The problem is that the plastic film also traps water inside the bale. So during the heat of the day, that moisture will vaporize, and then as the temperatures drop at night, that water will condense, and it'll cause a wet layer to occur on that bale. We've observed that mold and algae can grow there. Also, the water will typically drain down into the bottom of the bale, and the plastic film won't let that water drain away.
With most hay growers having limited or no indoor bale storage, Embraco and Tama set out to find an alternative to storing bale inside. Engineers from Tama worked with baler engineers from the John Deere Ottumwa Works in Ottumwa, Iowa, where John Deere round balers are made. The result of 7 years of research and testing produced B-Wrap, a new product that promises barn-quality hay without the barn.
The key to the material is that it's breathable. That means when the bale goes through its natural sweat process, that moisture can get out away from the bale, but when it's snowing, raining, that moisture can't get back into the bale and cause spoilage.
B-Wrap is a revolutionary new way to protect forage quality for bales stored outdoors, featuring a layer of Tama SCM technology. It sheds snow and rain, while allowing water vapor inside the bale to escape.
B-Wrap works in your baler just exactly like net wrap. So if the customer understands his net wrap unit and he's going to B-Wrap, it's a pretty simple switch over. You just have to add a simple B-Wrap kit to your baler and you're up and running. A B-Wrap roll is made up of individual portions. So on the 5-foot width B-Wrap, there's 35 portions, and on the 4-foot, there's 45. The portion is made up of a liter of net that's going to start pulling the net into the baler like normal net wrap. The SCM, or the B-Wrap, as some people call it, is taped to the net, and there's enough of that to go around a bale one time at a 68-inch diameter bale. And then there'll be 2 layers of net that go on the outside of that, and you'll notice there's 3 or 4, depending on which width material you're using, Velcro strips that fasten the cut end of the net to the bale. That all makes up one portion.
Animal science researchers at the University of Wisconsin-Madison conducted a hay preference trial to see if cattle preferred to consume hay stored with breathable film.
Some producers don't appreciate the magnitude of losses that can occur when cattle reject weathered hay. So the research results showed that cattle preferred hay from breathable film over net wrap bales stored outdoors. They preferred that 15 days out of 18, and they consumed almost twice as much per day of hay wrapped with breathable film compared to the net wrap bales stored outdoors. Our results show that bales wrapped with breathable film consistently had lower losses than bales wrapped with net wrap and stored outdoors. The advantage of breathable film is that it has micropores, and that water vapor can escape during the heat of the day, and we did not observe any incidences of mold or algae growth with breathable film.
While B-Wrap delivers great protection, it may not be the best choice for every bale a hay grower makes. That's because B-Wrap costs several dollars more per bale than traditional net wrap. For hay that will be stored outdoors for just a few months, or hay that has been rained on, net wrap may be the most economical choice.
B-Wrap is not a replacement for net wrap. Okay, it's an addition to net wrap. And B-Wrap is used on the best quality hay you have. But we've also learned here in the last couple of years since we've introduced it, we have some customers that will run when the hay is just right. They will run B-Wrap. As soon as the hay is getting a little too dry, they're switching back over to net and finishing up. So they're even using B-Wrap for the best hay of the day. Switching between B-Wrap and net wrap is very simple. A couple of buttons on the monitor, switch your rolls out in the back. Just takes a couple minutes to switch between the two.
B-Wrap is now available for most John Deere 7, 8, and 9 series round balers that are equipped for net wrap. Customers have found B-Wrap to be an excellent choice for preserving hay, as well as round bales of straw and corn stover.
When people cut the layer of B-Wrap off and look at that bale, the look on their faces is amazing. It is. It's a barn quality hay without the barn.